This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio. The Asian American Pacific Islander Nurses Association of Nevada presents Healthy Mondays with AAPINA of Nevada. Start the week healthy and right with interesting conversations on living a healthy lifestyle. And now, your Healthy Mondays host, Dr. Marife Aczon-Armstrong.
Aloha! Good evening! Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Naimbag sa Sardam. Maayong gabi sa inyong lahat. I'm yours truly, Dr. Marife Aczon-Armstrong, founding president of the Asian American Pacific Islander Nurses and professor in nursing at Roseland University College of Nursing. Here we are again on a Monday night. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pakikinig sa aming programa at patuloy na pagtangkilik sa aming Healthy Mondays. As you may remember, last Monday, we talked about New Year's resolution in a more personal level. And I want to thank Gene Stump, my neighbor, who shared about his own aspirations in New Year's resolution. He happens to be a miracle baby, as you remember. And tonight, I'm very excited to have a returnee. This is not her first time to be on Healthy Mondays. Cherry Dumao. She is the director of the public relations from Healthy Mondays campaign, and she has exciting statistics and information for us. And welcome to Healthy Mondays, Cherry.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad to be back. I so enjoyed our chat, the previous time. So nice to start 2022 with you and chatting on Zoom. So thank you. Maraming salamat at magandang gabi sa lahat na ngayon, at thank you again for inviting me.
Thank you for agreeing to be our guest again tonight, and Happy New Year sa iyo at manigong bagong taon.
Yeah, Happy New Year to everyone as well.
Yeah, so Cherry and I, as our listeners who are our viewers out there and listening to us, she shared with me a survey that the Healthy Mondays campaign did, and for New Year's resolution, that is. And maybe, Cherry, you can start with sharing with us about the survey.
Yes, definitely. So the Monday Campaigns, which is a nonprofit, initiative associated with Johns Hopkins, Bloomberg School of Public Health, and we also work with hospitals, partner with NYU Langone and Columbia University Irving Medical Center in New York. We commissioned a survey, a nationally representative survey of 1,010 adults, and we wanted to find out, how people were feeling about New Year's resolutions, how, what are the challenges of keeping resolutions, and, what did they do to maintain, to stay committed to their resolutions. One key finding that, we were very happy about was that despite the pandemic, despite what's going on, 60% of the respondents, 62% of the respondents said that they plan to have better health. They expect better health this year and are actually, making sure that they have some resolutions, some of the good resolutions that they did during the pandemic, or the good practices that they did during the pandemic that they can continue doing for 2022. So that was the key finding, that, people are optimistic about better health, which I imagine you as a nurse are happy to hear about.
Yes, that is exciting news that people feel that way. I think this pandemic really opened our eyes and our minds to better take care of ourselves, seeing people who did not take care of themselves and having chronic diseases and contracted the virus, did not have any fighting, their soldiers, their immunity system. So I think that this pandemic really brought a lot of revelations to a lot of people, especially as relating to health. It's not only in just one area. This is global. This is everything. So this survey that you did, is it only for for all the United States, nationwide, or specific area?
It's actually nationwide. It's nationally representative, And the other thing that we found out, we asked them what are your top 2022 resolutions? What do you want to do? What are your goals for this coming year? And we found out that 51% actually want to spend more time with their family. I think during the pandemic, when we were all isolated with our family, I'm sure there was more bonding. Obviously, there were probably some challenges or some, arguments. But I think despite that, people liked the fact that they were together, that they were able to cook together, to exercise together, to, have fun together. And so the other thing that we found out is that, almost 50% actually want to maintain an exercise regimen that includes running, cycling, or swimming. So people, want to stay fit and are hoping that they can continue that. And then we also found out that stress management is also very important, and that people want to continue how they manage stress. And obviously during the pandemic, and it's amazing. It's more than, what would you say, almost 2 years now, right? Or 1.5 years of the stress that people are feeling. But because of the stress that people have been feeling, they want to be able to manage them. And so, more than 40% are going to continue how to deal with that. I mean, people want to continue their meditation, or they're just, thinking positively to handle the stress that, these uncertain times are bringing to everybody.
And it seems like, wow, those are really great numbers. And it seems like they're products of what they experienced in the pandemic, spending more time with family. And when we had the stay home restrictions, we ended up having just virtual. I remember having a virtual bingo with my family.
That's great.
Or having a birthday party. And I remember like a friend delivering like little birthday cakes. And then we had a virtual, and we have our own little birthday cakes, and we sang happy birthday to the person. So we become really innovative and creative in ways of getting together, because again, I must say, in my previous broadcast, I always say humans were created to mingle. Mm-hmm. Humans are created to socialize. And this pandemic had restricted that longing for socialization, with family and friends. And then also the exercise, when you're at home and stay home and you are locked in the home, you'll eat everything that is in the refrigerator, right?
Yes.
Because there's nothing else to do. And then, the stress management, it's stressful. Like, trying to see how are we going to travel to the grocery stores, and am I going to, even with the mask, am I going to still get the virus? That's stressful enough, the fear. And especially when we didn't know much about the virus, fear of the unknown, right?
Yes, definitely. I love the fact that you said that every Sunday that you have a ukulele and hula dancing. I mean, that certainly relieves stress, and I'm hoping that that's something that you can get more people to do. I mean, I know that one of the webinars that I participated in, there was someone who actually does hula dancing and has had people join her so that they can, it's not only for exercise and fitness, but the dancing, the graceful moves, I imagine that calms you, and you're the hula dancer. So
not me. I just do it for fun. My daughter had actually taken hula lessons back in Hawaii with the hula olana since she was 8-9 years old. And she just stopped when we moved here from Hawaii to Las Vegas. But she actually led our hula performance during our New Year's Eve celebration here at our 55 plus community. And,
that's wonderful.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the older adults, they're afraid to try new things, and they would say, "Oh, no, no, not me," until they figure out that it's easy. You can even dance it while sitting down. Hula is more like an expression of a story using your hands.
Oh, that's
So
great. Yeah. You don't have to wear the grass skirt all the time.
no, no, you can wear whatever you're wearing. See, I have a flower on my hair to just feel like
Yeah.
I'm still in Hawaii. So
That's fantastic. Yeah.
and
So,
going back to the survey, Cherry, can you share with us the common reasons for breaking the New Year's resolutions?
yeah, I mean, I think that's the problem is sometimes what happens is that usually by the end of January, people have, broken their resolutions. And sometimes come July, some don't even follow them. But, one of the things that we ask is, so what is it? What it is hindering you from staying committed? Well, first is that some people just have a hard time to stay on track. I mean, I guess you get distracted. You have sometimes you have problems or troubles that you have to attend to, or you just don't have the time. So that's one of the most important causes: inability to stay on track. The other one is the COVID. I mean, people are still very much affected by what's going on. I mean, especially now today. I mean, these days with the Omicron variant, and the uncertainty, and sometimes you have information that may be conflicting, and people just get very distracted about that. Then let's face it, there's the lack of discipline. And sometimes I fall into that.
Self-control.
I tell myself, okay, Cherry, you have to every day when you wake up, do your exercise. I have a friend who provides me video every day of how to exercise. And so I have to tell myself, just when you wake up, brush your teeth, etc., and then go turn on the video and start exercising. So it's discipline, lack of discipline. And then there's also lack of support. Sometimes you want to do it, but then you get up and, you have to attend to other things, and you may not have the support to take care of, some household chores. So it would be good to get someone in the family to support you, to give you that time, that me time to have the exercise. Then the other thing is, sometimes we get very impatient when we don't get to see
The
results
right away.
Right away, you just like, oh my God, do I really, can I really do this? So, you just have to be patient. You have to make sure that, stay on track, and things are not going to happen overnight. It takes time. And once you get, all those things on track, the rewards are great. I mean, you can see yourself feeling better, feeling more fit, or eating healthier. So I think that's the thing. I mean, and you said, we're all humans, and sometimes, things get in our way, but let's try to be very disciplined. And the good thing though, is that one of the things that is very encouraging is, and this goes into the next, aspect about resolutions, is how do you keep them? So one thing that we found out is that people actually look at Monday as a fresh start to get back on track, to recommit to what they've committed, either to whatever the resolutions they made, that they can follow through. And I think that's why your program, Healthy Mondays, is so great, because people, every Monday you put in people's minds time to get healthy. So I think
fresh start.
Yes,
fresh start of the week. Like, it has already been surveyed that Monday is the popular day of the week to start something, right?
Yeah, I think we discussed that during my first interview with you about the research that was done by the Monday campaigns with the Johns Hopkins, Bloomberg School of Public Health, that Monday is the day that people actually go online and Google information on how to eat healthier, how to exercise. We also found out that Monday is actually the day people make an appointment with their doctor. They also, start filling their prescriptions. So it's a day when people, I guess, after the weekend, when, sort of indulge, you on a Monday, you say, okay, time to get healthier, and you do all those practices that help you get on a healthier, way of life.
And we can do this together. Sometimes it's hard, like you're mentioning earlier, like there's barriers we have to deal with everyday lives. There's like obstacles that happens to you, and you need support system. And you were mentioning about the exercise, right? But I was thinking in my mind, food, like the diet, like, okay, I want to just eat salad. And then you sit down and everybody's eating steak, lobster, pork, whatever. So I think that it's good to share with our listeners out there, support each other. I think you need to have that support system to help you, or an accountability person to remind you, Marife, you said you're just going to eat salad today, but look what you're eating, cheeseburgers and fries. So I think, that's why we have this show to help you. We are your support to help you succeed with whatever it is that you set out for yourself to be healthy. And I know, Cherry, you're going into how we can help our listeners out there, how to be successful in their
definitely. One thing is that, again, this survey was eye-opening, because we found that at 86% of those who have healthy resolutions say that refreshing their goal every Monday would help them maintain their resolution. So again, the Healthy Monday, that's why you're having the show. So because it's the first day of the week, it's when people start looking ahead. What am I going to do the rest of the week? And one of the things is that over half of those surveyed, 53%, said that, having some time on Sunday to prepare for the week is also going to be helpful for them, that they could follow through. You've heard about the Sunday scaries. Some people, dread Sunday. They're scared of Sunday because on Sunday they start thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do for the rest of the week? But you can turn that around. You can make it into your Sunday motivation. And we were surprised that because of this, Sunday scaries, that people are actually using Sunday to stop and say, okay, I need to, be positive and think of what I'm going to do for the rest of the week. And so that's why we found that taking some time on Sunday to prepare for the week, the respondents said would help them follow through with their Monday healthy resolutions. So, we actually say, forget New Year's resolutions, make Monday resolutions, because it's also
I like that.
Because it's also forgiving. Because if you just do it, if on midnight, New Year's Eve, you said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And then sometimes you just forget that. But every Monday, if you made Monday resolutions, it's easier to remember. And if you fail one Monday, there's many more Mondays to come.
That's why we're going to make this segment called Monday Resolutions.
That's fantastic. I love that. I love that.
And when you share about Sunday scaries, that's really honestly my first time to hear it. But I'm thinking about, as a nurse educator, when I take my students to the hospital for their clinical rotations, we do have the pre-briefing, preclinical meeting, and then the post-conference. So think of it like a Sunday is a pre-conference for the whole week, a pre-briefing. So take away that Sunday scaries. And then maybe Friday would be like, okay, I'm going to do a debriefing of what I did for the week. So it would be your post-conference. So I think if we kind of organize our thoughts and then rally up your support system and your accountability person to check up on you. Did you just eat salad today? What did you eat today?
I know. Did you exercise? Or how? Unless, maybe people don't want to be like, did you? Maybe the way to do that is ask, how was your exercise today?
There you go. That communication, therapeutic communication.
Yeah, instead of putting them on the spot, and then, how was it? Did you enjoy it? Share us, what the best part is. So I think it's a way also of getting people to relate to each other, that it's a supportive thing instead of like being a policeman or a police person. It's like, did you do this?
We actually have a group chat. The founding members of the AAPINA of Nevada, who is the sponsor of this program, is we have a group chat where we just text each other what we're doing, and what our current president-elect, Dr. Sarah Barinas, will text that she's hiking. She's hiking a lot. She'll hike in I forgot the name of that place now. She would hike in we have a lot of hiking trails here in Southern Nevada. And she would show pictures where she's hiking, and some of us will show food that we're eating.
Oh, okay.
So I think a support system like that would be good,
sharing. And I mean, if let's say you found a new place to hike or to even walk. You don't really, I mean, hiking is great, but sometimes people, just want to stroll or walk. And also when you're doing that, you can sort of stop and look at the trees and observe that can also calm you down. So you can combine, getting moving and exercise with, stress management, with calming, practices.
Can do a Monday appreciation, like appreciate nature. Here's another concept there. Yes, Monday appreciating nature.
I mean, that's the good thing about what, as I said, start the week off right, and you can really see that, research shows that it also motivates you to do the health behavior the rest of the week. It's like a behavior modifier. Yeah. So.
And then to incorporate the mind, body, and spirit, I want to throw out there about your faith. When I was involved in our church with the Good News Club, and also I forgot that program we had. And we encourage the kids to do God sighting when they see something that they feel that's God's creation, right? God's painting. When you see a beautiful sunrise or a beautiful sunset, and you would say God sighting, and then it makes you feel like, okay, this were all created for me. God created all of this for me to enjoy, and that brings in your spirituality, that mind, body, and spirit. I think that's one way that you can motivate yourself to do what is good for you to keep healthy, right?
Yeah, no, I think, as you said, it's really, it's personal. I mean, it's something that find what works for you. I mean, what may work for you may not work for me as well. But I think, but if you share, and that's one thing that you could share, that maybe someone has never thought about it. Oh, okay, why not? Or someone, I know that someone that I met actually, goes around and just looks at the clouds and starts thinking about the clouds and what it, and so again, find what
triggers,
what your joy is, and that once you do that, you have this purpose. There was someone actually, I don't know if you've heard of her, Patrice Tanaka, and she's great. She has this called the purpose. Her whole thing is people should have purpose and to find joy in everything. And you find joy in the hula dancing. She actually finds joy in waltz and ballroom dancing. So and this is something that she tries to get people to do. And she actually is from Hawaii, and she has written also a book about her experience of having purpose in life. And I think that's one of the important things about being able to follow up with your resolutions. If you have a purpose, then you want to make sure that you are able to fulfill your purpose.
Yeah, I always, every time we have an orientation with incoming nursing students, I would, each of the faculty would have to greet them with something. And I always say like, well, aloha. I would start with aloha, and I said I wanted to share with you with 3 Ps. One is passion. You know, if you have passion, eventually you'll find your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes when you have passion and purpose, sometimes you can't get where you want it to be and you get discouraged. So the other P is perseverance. So
That's
it comes
true.
along, it comes along with the New Year's resolution, like persevere, keep at it. Maybe you failed today, but there's another tomorrow. You
Yes,
fail
yeah.
maybe for the week and then you start up again. Here's another Monday. So you can
Yes.
start up another, sorry about that. That's my thing.
So
So
I think
remember,
I love your three P's, but passion, purpose, and perseverance. Yeah.
yes, yes.
So I think those all go hand in hand to help you fulfill your, your goals and your resolutions.
Yes, I'm looking at our notes here. Anything else that you wanted to share, Terry?
Yeah, well, I think basically is, we talked about the Monday fresh start. And so just to sum up how people can use the Monday fresh start with their resolutions is, you know, be sure that you're able to follow through. And also, one thing that we provide at the Monday campaigns is this tool called the Healthy Monday Checkup. If they go to, mondaycampaigns.org, and they can find this Healthy Monday Checkup, and it actually is a tool that provides weekly reminders to reinforce healthy habits and actions. And so these actions may prevent, chronic diseases like, heart disease, diabetes, obesity. So, do check that. And also, what I would also encourage is that people, again, going back to some of the findings, is to use Sunday to prepare for the Monday. You were talking about the pre-course and the post-course.
Yes.
Start the week with something simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. It could be for exercise. If it doesn't have to be dance the waltz. Or you can just say take a walk, do a Monday mile, or again weekly reminders. Start using calendars. Again, it's people have their own way of remembering things. Some people that use their phone, their mobile.
Phones, yeah.
I'm still old fashioned. I use Post-its and calendars. And so people put things on their refrigerator, where you can see it. It's really where you have reminders, nudges, and if it's
Yes.
someone that you can ask, your sister or your, daughter, your brother or your husband, or a best friend, check on me and see how I'm doing. So
That
that's setting,
accountability person, right?
yeah, setting up the weekly reminders, whether it's, an individual who will remind you or simply a calendar. And then we have newsletters that you can sign up to for weekly motivational messaging. So you can, we have those at the Monday campaigns. I'm sure there are others that that have those messaging, some of them are apps that you can use. And then weekly support, we talked about asking friends, asking, family. I'm sure, people would want to be able to be your motivator. There's that Monday motivation as well. And again, if you fail, don't beat yourself up. You can, there's always another Monday, another time that you can do it. Just keep on trying, bringing up your 3 P's, be passionate about it, be purposeful about it. And, and with that, you can persevere and succeed.
And you have another start. If you fail this week, then you start again on Monday and keep at it. Because nobody's perfect,
I agree. And that's why it's so forgiving. So 52 Mondays. So
yes.
you're bound to succeed. And if you don't, fulfill all your resolutions, again, don't distress. You can pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. But isn't there a song like that?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which song later on. But time flies when we're having fun. But before we go, and I'm going to have you share yours resolution, because we want, we want it to be a personal discussion. So one of my personal New Year's resolution is, and I'm very strong in my faith, and I always pray that I will only do, say, and think what pleases God, and it covers all. It covers all, like in the Bible, it say, like, you don't eat so much that. I guess I'm trying to share about gluttony, right? Only eat what's enough to nourish your body. I only want finances. Like, I don't need to be rich. I only want enough to be content, and a little bit more so I can share it with others. So those are my. It's. I know that I'm not going to be successful 100%, but at least I'm going to try to do everything that I do, say, and think will only please those things that pleases God. And I know that I'm gonna displease it at one point because I'm human, right? Nobody's perfect. Yeah. So it's your turn, Cherry.
Okay. So I think in my case, I certainly would like to be able to, my resolution is to follow up on being more purposeful. If I get discouraged, just to continue to make sure that I fulfill the purpose. And part of that is being purposeful in being mindful of other people, of being trying to be thoughtful of others' feelings and what others are struggling with, and be able to provide some help or some type of kindness. And I think, just again, as they say, paying it forward, getting, being able to be thoughtful of what other people are going through, and perhaps being able to provide some type of solace or some type of, joy, to their lives.
Be hope to someone, right?
I think that's it. I think people, like we found out during the pandemic, that people still expect to have better health. So let's help people, do that, have better health despite what's going on. And better health, not only means, just health in particular, but health in mind, as you said, the mind, body, spirit.
Yeah. So to our listeners out there, I hope Cherry and I have given you hope. Because it's already.
We'd love to hear it from your readers too. What are their, resolutions that they want to, make sure that they can commit to, and that the Healthy Mondays can help facilitate.
Yeah, and I think, I guess I can share our AAPINA of Nevada email address. Hopefully we can have a flood of email messages from all of you, our listeners out there, so we know that you're listening to us. You can email us at aapinanv@gmail.com and share with us your New Year's resolution and anything that you wanted us to share for our upcoming broadcast. It would be nice to share with everyone and share our New Year's resolution and any suggestion that you might have, because January would still be New Year. It's not only on January 1st. I feel that the whole January 1st to January 31st, we can continue on every Monday talking about New Year's resolution, and even Monday resolutions, right?
Yeah, and in fact, Monday is sometimes considered the January of the week. So you can continue doing your New Year's resolutions.
There you go. Yes. No, it's always, yeah. So Cherry, thank you so much for being our guest tonight. It's always a pleasure chatting with you and talking all these important things that we can share to our listeners out there.
Well, I really enjoyed it, and maraming salamat. It was such a, it's always an honor to talk to you and to be part of your program. So happy to here's to a healthy, harmonious 2022 to you, your loved ones, and to your listeners and viewers.
And to yours too. And I'm sure that we're going to have more projects to work with together. I'm excited about that. We're connecting with you.
Yeah, definitely.
And I wanted to thank Johan and Flora Sason PHLV Radio for allowing us to have this platform to share with our listeners out there how to be healthy. So that's my cue. Time flies when we're having fun. So remember, every Monday is a healthy Monday. Aloha.
Aloha.
Don't go yet. I'm gonna